What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unboxed, and today is Sunday and that means it's a weekly pickups video. I like to do these things every week on a Sunday morning, showcasing to you guys all the cards that I picked up for the week. Sometimes it'll be big, sometimes it'll be small, and today we have a very small pickups video. I only got 2 cards in, and it's nothing big either, it's like small cards. I thought last week was small, but we had some real heavy hitters there. But today it's just gonna be 1 base card and 1 insert. So in order to offset the lack of content here, I'm also gonna show you guys 2 cards that I've sold this week. I just barely started selling again this week. I kind of held off a little bit this month from selling any type of cards because I've been just focusing on trying to build up an inventory. I made my first 2 sales for the month, and I'm gonna show you guys that. I figured, I wanna show you guys some of the sales I made just to keep things transparent. So I'm gonna show you guys what I bought, what I'm selling, just to show you guys everything that I'm doing step by step along the way. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. We got the first card here. This is the Lonnie Prism rookie card 2018. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I think that Lonnie Walker is a good buy for next year. I mean, this year he's playing well this year, but he is kind of struggling right now. But I think next year he'll have even more of an opportunity to play as Popovich continues to give him more trust. I'm planning for this card for next year. Plan is to go ahead and submit it to PSA and get it graded. And I'll wait the long time, like 7-8 months, however long it takes to get it back, just because I feel that for next year, I want to be prepared with this card. It looks well centered. I haven't had a chance to look at the surface or the corners quite yet. I got it for about $8 after shipping and taxes. So you did see that I did buy this card, I think for like $4.25 in that video. So yeah, Lonnie Walker. And the last card that I got was this EX 2000 Star Date 2000 Derek Jeter card. This is a beautiful card, one of my favorite sets, beautiful design. It mimics the Kobe Bryant EX 2000 card 1-to-1 basically. And if that Kobe Bryant price is any indication of how high this card can be, I think this card has a lot of potential in it. I got this card for $12 raw, So this card has a lot of potential. I think I'm gonna talk about this in a future video, probably sometime this week, about the opportunity that we have with this particular Star Date card. So there's plenty of potential with this card. I think some of the new listings are above like the $30 price point now. I think a couple of months ago, you could have got this card for less than 10. Even the Peyton Manning one from the 2001, the EX 2001 is going for like 50 raw. So I think these Star Date cards have good value and good potential. So I think I'm gonna dive deeper into it. And we'll probably talk about Jeter and Peyton Manning at the same time. So that's it for the pickups. I'm gonna show you guys some cards that I've sold as well. I think in order to, keep this moving, you're gonna have to sell cards, and you're kind of gotta have some cash on hand just in case an opportunity pops up, just so that way you can pounce on an investment or on a particular play that you feel has plenty of value. Because there's so many times that when I wanted to buy a card, but I didn't have the cash or the funds to purchase it, so I kind of missed out on it. So now I'm gonna focus on making sure I have a reserve. And the first card that I sold was this 2003 Fleer Avant Kobe Bryant card. This is PSA 9. This is a beautiful card. I mean, this is one of my favorite cards of Kobe Bryant's. The white border, the red background with the red jersey, and the Jordan 3s. This photo was taken during Jordan's last All-Star game in Atlanta in 2003. I got this card for $50 at the end of October. I showed this card in one of my pickup videos back in November. But yeah, I sold it for $100. That's a very good profit right there. As much as I hate to let this go, a base card is a base card. I know it's a beautiful card, but you know what? I also have 2 copies of this, 2 extra copies, but they're raw. So I might consider sending those to PSA to get them graded. But yeah, a very beautiful card. Bought for 50, sold for 100. And the last card that I ended up selling was a Derek Jeter. This is the 1993 SP Derek Jeter. This is a PSA 7. At the end of the year last year, I talked about this particular card and how I felt it was undervalued when you looked at it and you compared it to like the Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie card. And just recently, this past couple of weeks, this card has seen a huge increase. And at the time of my video, I was focusing on the PSA 8s, and I think you could have been able to get them for around $600 to $700. The PSA 7s at the time too were probably around like 3 or so, between 3 and 4. And I just sold this card for $975 today. The run up on this Jeter card has been insane. I bought this card for $425 raw because I thought it had a very good potential to grade well, just because based off the seller's description. I messaged them, I asked them questions, but when I got the card in hand, there were some scratches on it, and I guess the person didn't realize that there were scratches on it, that it maybe didn't hold it at the right angle to kind of see it, but I still submitted it anyway, ended up getting a 7. Because I felt like it was still a good card to hold on to long term. So I was out on this card $475, but I sold it for $975. So a $500 profit on this card is nothing to scoff at. Very nice. And you know I talked about stacking and stashing this card, but I do have like 4 other copies of this card just hanging out here, and those cards I'm definitely going to be holding on for the long term. At this time, I just wanted to, get a cash reserve, so that I can make purchases. There's a particular play that I'm looking into, just following pretty closely and waiting to pull the trigger on. And we're going to talk about that in a future video as well. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. I do pickup videos weekly. I do daily videos just talking about the sports card market in general, and as well as other trading cards that I have in mind that I think I'm going to dive into in future videos. So with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.